Speak the truth. With Carl West.
Speak the truth.
With Carl West.
Speak the truth. Speak the truth. Speak the truth.
Yeah, Carl West.
Tell everybody.
Speak the truth, baby.
Ooh.
It's a podcast for truth. Are your ears ready? For Carl West. Are your ears ready? Speak the truth. Let's go, King Farley with Carl West. Yeah, he is. Your ears. Carl West. Carl West.
Hey.
Carl West. Carl West.
Yeah.
Carl West. Carl West. Carl West. Carl West. Carl West.
Hey, what's up? Another edition of Speak the Truth with Carl West. And guess what? I'm Carl West. I'm here again to deliver some hard-hitting, relevant content to all you viewers and our subscribers. And subscribers, let me tell you something. I appreciate you guys clicking that button and liking us and coming on and joining us. We got a long way to go. This podcast, man, is going to go on for infinity. I'm going to use this, man, as a way to, as I continue to grow in the world and progress and see things and want to share my thoughts. We'll keep delivering this content, man, for as long as possible. So we're fresh and new. It's growing, and I look forward to just multiplying the numbers, man. But in order to do that, I need y'all to subscribe. I need all of you who log in and who see this and you like it, subscribe, hit the like. Whatever you have to do, just be a part of this team, this organization, this media platform that is out here trying to do good. And we're going to keep it respectful. We ain't crying and screaming and cursing and being disrespectful to people and all the other stuff that gets people to like and click and all that. That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want us to be. That's not who I am. I've never been that way. I've built a media company the last 25 years just trying to profile the best and the brightest and give us information, man, that will allow us to make sound decisions about our lives. At least just think about it. Just think about as you move about and how you decide your life to be in a progressive state. The content I deliver, I just want you to give some thought to. Anyway, with that being said, man, another great couple of shows that we're going to produce here today. And starting with this first one, I have this section inside of my digital platform online where it's called Ask the Publisher. I actually started doing this when I was having my two printed publications, and it was called Ask the Publisher because writers and readers will send in questions asking me things, and I would, of course, pick some of the questions. It was a short form, of course, and I would pick the questions and I would ask them. I would answer their questions. And so I decided to do this, in this particular format because people send in comments and ask questions and they want to know about certain things. I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I do have some knowledge about a few areas of concerns. And so let's go. Ask the Publisher. Here's one. Someone asked me, do you believe that Trump is really serious about all the things that he's doing? They didn't pinpoint one or two things. They really pretty much said all the things that he's doing. Because for the most part, I think the majority of people think that the majority of things for that matter, he's laying out, executive orders that he signed, is not beneficial to the American people or probably to the world at large. And we see that from how they're pushing back. Now, do I think that he is serious? Sure. There's a lot of seriousness to him because if you was to listen to him on the campaign trails over the years when he first was elected 8 years ago, whatever the case was, you would hear he's saying some of the same things now that he said then. He didn't get a chance to execute some of those things then because, of course, he was new to the White House. I don't think he understood the complete power that the White House had in terms of doing some of the things he's doing now. That's why he was so adamant about getting a second term, and he begged his followers, his loyalists, to give him a second term because he wanted to do some of the things that he didn't get a chance to do in his first term, and what he learned about the office itself and the power that it yielded to allow him to do certain things like the executive order. Because remember, his first term, he didn't even use executive order to this magnitude. I mean, day one, he came in signing with that pen because he understood from his 4-year sabbatical from the White House and his research that he could use executive order, man, to mandate a lot of things. Of course, some things, and he knows this, has to be evaluated and approved by Congress, but there are things that he can mandate himself. And so he figured he'll just throw all these things against the wall and see what sticks. And so some things are, and some things are being blocked by the Supreme Court, by other local jurisdictions. But yeah, I think he's serious, and he also has a serious problem. So anyway, next question. Someone said to me, who will win the NBA championship this year? And I said, and here was my first thought, only because this was the first year, ironically, that I really did not pay that much attention to the NBA. I think now we're in the playoffs, and I think I probably have watched a total of 5 complete games from start to finish in this last NBA season. There was times when I was stuck to the TV, wanted to see the games, wanted to see the players. But this particular year, I don't know what happened. Somehow my attention span or my love for that game, which I love dearly, like I love all sports. I'm an advocate for all sports because I love competition. I love to see individuals and groups excel at the highest level, and sports give you a chance to see that. I base my whole life and my business around the concept of sports: teamwork, commitment, sacrifice, undying effort for one common cause, and that's to win the chip. Not just to play the game. I believe in winning the chip. How do I win the chip? I'm not happy with just going to the championship 10 times in a row. I want to be able to win all 10 times or 8 or 9 of those times. So this year, the playoffs just started, of course, the last week or so, and I think I still have not watched one playoff game in its entirety. I click on, I look, see, and then I keep it moving because I got other things on my mind. I got other meetings and just to relax and not be a part of that kind of attraction. I don't want to be stuck on that, addicted to that, which is what I try to do is remain unaddicted to anything. There's nothing that I have to do that I want to do that I will do other than breathe and build. And so, but to answer that question, I'm going to go with the Boston Celtics. I got to respect the current champions still until they knocked out. And I believe the Boston Celtics are still someone they have all the ingredients they had last year. And hopefully the 2 superstars, Tatum and Brown, are better and sharper than they were last year. And their supporting cast has gotten better and stronger. The few games that I've watched, I mean, I don't like the way they give up leads. I think they get kind of tentative and give up leads to teams that they shouldn't. But I think that they will win the championship, and I think they'll probably battle against the Los Angeles Clippers because I'm a huge Kawhi Leonard fan. I'm not that much of a fan of Harden, but I believe his abilities is what they are. But I've seen what Kawhi could do. He led 2 different teams, 2 mediocre teams. I guess not mediocre, but they were pretty decent teams. But he definitely was a star and stood out to lead those 2 teams at Vancouver. And then, where else was he at? I mistakenly forget the other team that he led to a championship. But anyway, I'm going with the Boston Celtics, just to be precise. Okay, why is it important to build wealth? Love this question. That's why I saved it for last, because there's 3 questions and it's Ask the Publisher. I mean, I don't understand why people ask the question. It's a good question to ask to get a response from somebody like me and others but it allows you to do so many things. It allows you to take such extreme measures, or what I say, take that monkey or that weight off your back to kind of live a life that you desire, which we all should desire, to live a certain quality of life. And by building wealth, it allows you to do that individually. And individuals is you and your immediate family, of course. It allows you to make sure that your generations to come, your bloodline, never knows poverty, because poverty is the worst thing that could ever happen to mankind. Humanity will never be the same, will never be at its most powerful point, most progressive point in this world until we can eradicate poverty. It is the worst thing known to mankind. And building wealth will allow you to do that. That's the most important thing. It will allow you to take your family out of poverty quickly as possible, or whenever you can build it, and never look back. And if you build enormous wealth, generational wealth, it will allow you to make sure that your children's children's children will never know poverty. I'm talking about 100 years after you are gone, you will know that your children's 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 children are not to have the infliction, the burden, the agony and pain of being in poverty, because it is definitely not something that you want to be a part of. And then finally, economic development. Economic development, job creations. You want to build wealth, because if you build wealth, you have to employ people unless you win the lottery or something like that. But if you build a company associated with the building of companies, you know that job creations is important, and you have to build economic development in communities where those jobs are at, because you want to be able to create stable environments for the people who are employed at a company that has generated and built enormous wealth. So job creation, economic development is another important factor when building wealth. That's the reason why it's so important. And you know what? On that note, man, I'm Carl West. Speak the truth. I'm out. Till the next time.
Let the children play. They ain't feeling no pain. It's a beautiful day. Wake up in the morning, it's a wonderful feeling. It's good to be living, feel it all in my